President Trump toured storm damage in Panama City Beach, Florida, Wednesday as he faces mounting pressure to deliver a disaster relief package. He visited Tyndall Air Force Base, which was ravaged by Hurricane Michael 7 months ago. The president wrapped up his visit with a political rally during which he addressed the local plea for federal aid.
I was last here in the immediate aftermath of Hurricane Michael. You remember, we came, that was pretty bad stuff. And I pledge to you unwavering support and the support of our nation until you have fully recovered and rebuilt. And we will never, ever leave your side. And tonight I'm pleased to announce that my administration will be allocating $448 million in HUD disaster recovery funds for the great people of Florida. And these dollars will help communities get back on their feet. We've already given you many, many millions of dollars, but these are additional monies that are coming in to help the families put their lives together.
Before Wednesday's rally, I spoke with Annie Blanks. She's a reporter for the Pensacola News Journal. What kind of damage are residents of the Panhandle still dealing with?
Well, it's been 7 months since Hurricane Michael hit this area, and I went out to Mexico Beach in the Panama City area today, and I chatted with residents, and it still looks like a war zone down here. So many buildings are still in rubble. There's debris everywhere. There's help wanted signs everywhere. People down here are still really dealing with the effects of Hurricane Michael. People are living in trailers in what used to be their front yards. So people down here are still working to rebuild, and they're still trying really hard to get some more federal relief funding for this area.
So with so much damage still there, what kind of aid does the area need to get fully back on its feet? And why has recovery funding been held up?
Well, I think a lot of people down here are really hopeful that President Donald Trump is going to be making some kind of announcement tonight about a big federal relief funding package. No word on if that is going to be what he talks about tonight, but people down here say they really just need money. They need the time. They need people to recognize that they need a lot of help down here. A lot of people I talked to today say they need help with contractors. They need contractors to come in, and they need legal contractors and people who know what they're doing. They need help with the government to keep contractors from price gouging. They still need a lot of FEMA disaster relief. A lot of people that I talked to today said they're having a lot of trouble navigating with FEMA and the FEMA trailers and that whole process. So there's still a lot of help that needs to be had down here.
So you brought up the president early, and of course he has a rally there tonight. He also has a strong support base there in the Panhandle. Are disaster relief funds a big issue on voters' minds there as they consider 2020 candidates?
Absolutely. I spoke with a gentleman this morning who had been in line since 5 a.m. yesterday, so that's a long time. And he's a big supporter of President Trump, and I asked him, I said, you know, there's been no congressional funding for this area yet. Is that something that's important for you? He said he lost his house, his family lost his whole house in Hurricane Michael, and he's really hoping that the president will come down here and announce some kind of disaster federal relief funding. They're hoping that with the president being down here, touring Tyndall Air Force Base earlier today, seeing the devastation, they're really hoping that that'll help him to spur him to get Congress to act and to get funding for this area. So it's hugely important for the people in this area.
And Annie, aside from the funding issue, which we know is front and center for folks there in the Panhandle, has the president's agenda been resonating with Floridians since he took office?
Certainly Floridians in this area, I would say. The Florida Panhandle is heavily red. It definitely carried Trump in the 2016 election. It's expected to carry him in the 2020 election as well. A lot of people that I've talked to down here say they're enthusiastically supporting Trump and everything that he's done. They blame Democrats and Congress in general for the lack of federal relief funding, and there's a huge crowd. They're chanting USA right now, and Trump isn't even expected to take the stage for another 2 hours. So Floridians in the Panhandle are very excited about Trump's being here today.
All right. Well, Annie Blanks, we thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.